Are we going to get through this pod? I have no idea what's happening anymore. I don't even know if we're live, honestly. It feels like we're not live.
We've got 200.
Feels like this is a joke.
50-something people watching, but I hear you. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm taking notes on timestamps.
Does that look like me, you think?
Malcolm? I mean, kind of. Next up at UFC 286, we've got Jake Hadley taking on Malcolm Gordon. Jake Hadley, 9-1 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off the submission win over Connecticut's own Carlos Candelario. Malcolm Gordon's 14-6 overall, 2-3 in his last 5, coming off the loss to Muhammad Mokaev. And this is another interesting fight to break down. I think a lot of people, Jakey boy, think that this is an easy slam dunk card, and a lot of people are going to be in a lot of trouble. Jake Hadley, pretty well-rounded guy. He's got solid boxing, real nice jabs, solid timing on his feet, decent takedowns, aggressive BJJ. He's a good fighter. He had regional promotional titles, and he's good, well-rounded guy, mostly his hands, but worked in some grappling. We saw that in his last fight. That Carlos Candelario win was interesting, though. It was a close first round. And Jake, similar to Jacob, is pale, see-through, white bread.
I would never talk to you like this. I think that's the difference between me and you. I would never disrespect you like this.
I wouldn't disrespect The Rock. I mean, there's tiers in life.
He was looking good at the Grammys. Did you see that rose-colored suit he was wearing? Oh,
no.
What a hunk, huh?
Anyway, similar to Jacob, the brothers in pale wear the damage. Jake Hadley wore every single strike that came his way.
I doubt he's a survivor. He
looks like he has cancer right now.
Well, that means he hasn't beat it yet, so he's not a survivor yet.
And for anybody new here, Jacob had a mole removed. I pointed
the wrong side.
Yeah, for anybody new here, Jacob had a mole removed and now calls himself a cancer survivor.
It's a mole?
It was a mole. It's just not my fault. It was a hatchet job, but it was a mole. It wasn't a mole. Anyway, he wore all the damage. So you're going to see Carlos Candelario was submitted by Jake Hadley, but the fight was a little closer than you remember it. He's taking on Malcolm Gordon. Malcolm Gordon is a very interesting guy to break down, especially after the Muhammad Mokaev fight. He's a BJJ black belt. His striking is pretty decent. He's got a high guard. He comes forward. And he does get taken down, but we saw in that Muhammad Mokaev fight, he picked that dude up. He slammed him. He had his back. At one point, it looked like Malcolm Gordon was going to beat Muhammad Mokaev. But then
if he had about 20 more seconds in the second round, it could have got very interesting.
The problem is Malcolm Gordon finds a way to lose these fights. He's 14-6. All 6 losses are finishes. And even that Muhammad Mokaev fight, he just needed to hang on for 30 more seconds. Found a way to lose. And what I think is happening here, because a lot of people are liking Malcolm Gordon, and the odds don't necessarily reflect that because Jake Hadley's becoming a larger and larger favorite. I think Jake Hadley should be like a minus 500 favorite. A minus 600 favorite. I think Malcolm Gordon is very good. The problem is he's chinny. He gets submitted. And I think we're giving him way too much credit for the Muhammad Mokaev fight because I think we've learned Muhammad Mokaev is not a killer. Muhammad Mokaev is perfectly fine. I'm taking some of these notes from our website guy, Josh. He's perfectly fine just taking people down and hanging out. And Malcolm Gordon is a dog. He's got some dog in him. He's not the more skilled fighter in this matchup. Jake Hadley should be able to work him on his feet. Jake Hadley should be able to take him down and survive any weird submissions that come his way. I think Jake Hadley beats the crap out of Malcolm Gordon. But if he is the dog that we saw in the last fight, it could be close, could be a parlay buster. I just don't see that. You obviously disagree.
I don't disagree. I think Jake Hadley is the better fighter. I think he wins the fight because he does have the advantage on the feet and should be good enough on the ground to withstand the crazy scrambles of Malcolm Gordon. I'm just saying it's a very dangerous fight for Jake Hadley because Malcolm Gordon, as you mentioned, is a wild dude. That guy goes out on his shield. 6 losses, all of them finishes. He does not give a fuck if he's getting knocked out, getting submitted. He is going to take chances in there. And that is dangerous for a guy like Jake Hadley who, yes, he is a good grappler, but he will just stay on his back and try to work submissions there. Now, he's very good. against Alan Nascimento, he couldn't get up, and that's how he lost that fight. So we've seen him lose a fight because he was out-grappled before. The difference is Malcolm Gordon is not a lay-and-pray, hold-you-down type of grappler. He is going to get aggressive. He is going to work for submissions, and Jake Hadley should be able to sweep him in those positions. But because he is aggressive, sometimes weird things do happen, and I feel like this fight is going to be on the ground eventually. Malcolm is probably going to engage in a clinch. Jake Hadley's very well-versed on the ground, so instead of defending, he probably will just go to the ground, try to win the scramble there. And in scrambles with high-level guys like this, especially a high-level guy like Malcolm Gordon, we saw him sweep one of the most dominant, what's supposed to be the most dominant grappler coming up in Makayev. He swept him, he took him down, he got his back. That can happen to Jake Hadley. Do not be surprised if that happens. Now, Jake should be able to survive. Makayev survived. Jake should be able to survive, but this is a very, very dangerous fight for Jake Hadley. He needs to keep this on the feet. Watch out for the wild stuff, because even on the feet, Malcolm will throw wild stuff. So he goes out on his shield, and those guys are always dangerous. You will never have to tell Malcolm, hey, you got to do more. That guy will be in there to try to win this fight. Jake's got to be careful. He should have all the tools, though, but it's dangerous. I have been a parlay, and I'm a little bit worried about it. So.
Yeah, I don't have Jake Hadley in anything. And I'm much more... I have their ages wrong, by the way. Jake Hadley is 26. Malcolm Gordon's 32.
Holy shit, that was way wrong.
Yeah, I must have just...
Are you embarrassed about it?
No, not really.
Not really, because you don't really care.
I'll just update it.
Nah, you don't really care.
Correctly.
Nah, I mean, I get it. Just different levels of effort.
Different levels of effort. Sure. I
was streaming for 7 hours on Saturday.
Congratulations. Appreciate it.
Go ahead.
And you get paid for your time.
Say it again.
Okay. Good job doing your job.
Thank you.
Anyway, Jake Hadley, I don't think this is very close. I think it should be much wider odds. I get what you're saying, and the Malcolm Gordon in that last fight who did not quit. Like I'm dogging him for finding a way to lose, which he does find a way to get finished. Like he just figures it out.
Right.
But he did show he's got some heart. But I think it was a little misleading because he found heart. He found a way to not. He did end up getting finished. He found a way to survive a little longer than usual because Makayev is not dangerous. He's not dangerous.
Oh.
Well, we'll break down Makayev in a little bit. He's a submission threat, but he's not dangerous. And Malcolm Gordon's a decent BJJ black belt, so he wasn't too worried until
I'm an 8th degree coral belt.
Congratulations on all your success. I would love to see some of your tapes and medals. Do you have any to share?
I would love to put you in a go-go plata, and you'll really understand then.
I'll send you $50 if you explain to me what a go-go plata is correctly.
You take your leg, and you have something with your arm around their neck, and you're basically choking them with your shin like that, and you're pulling it. You gotta the left leg is over, this one is across, and you're pulling down, so like they're crossed like this. The legs, it's almost like a triangle, but you're choking them with your shin.
No,
it's pretty close.
It's 75% there.
Yeah, you're pretty impressed with
an omoplata is the leg is over the arm, you're sitting up, you're cranking it. A go-go plata is the leg is over the arm, it does go under the chin, and then you're pulling down, but it's not a 2-leg deal.
Okay, well, I got it. So I actually added more to when I do. I like to add that extra. I like to add that extra, little oomph. I'm trying to snap. I'm not trying to choke people. I'm trying to fucking snap necks in there. Is when I'm rolling, I'm not choking anyone out.
Congratulations again on all your jiu-jitsu success.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, this really is off the rails. It's a pay-per-view too.
I know.
This is when we get
guys.
The pay-per-view should be honed in.
And it's my fault.
100%.
I know. It's my fault.
Okay. It just felt good to hear it.
I know. It really is my fault.
It felt good to hear
I know it's my fault. I'm very self-aware.
Okay. Well, you keep insisting you're not 5'6", so you're not that self-aware. Your mirrors are wrong, but you understand your personality needs quite a bit of work, which is fair. Very good job. You mentioned you have Jake Hadley in a parlay. Premium members, you can see that full parlay. I don't have a bet on Jake Hadley. Even though I was the one who was far more confident in Jake Hadley than Jake Lines.
You felt good about that one. You felt good about that one. You were like, Jake Hadley, Jake Lines. Okay, yeah, nailed it.
Well, I didn't stutter, but yeah. I'm the one who's more confident in Jake than you are, but I didn't bet on him because I'm being a little conservative on this card.
I've got some bets on the other side
of the paywall. WeWantPicks.com, $10 a month. You can unlock all of the bets. Jakey boy, when people tail our bets, Jake is feast or famine. He's the one. He'll be up 10 units. He'll be down.
I'll be up 15, 285, up 15. Let's not get it twisted.
Historically, you do crush pay-per-views.
Well, you just jinx the shit out of that, but yeah.
Yeah.